We eat with our eyes, but also our palate. Stay tuned because I'm going to show you some wonderful, exciting recipes that will tantalize and titillate. Hi everybody, I'm Chef Ann Abra. Welcome back to the kitchen. It is almost Valentine's Day and I thought I'd show you some wonderful ideas on how to elevate your parties or that romantic dinner for two. And we're going to start by making some edible flower ice cubes. Let me tell you a couple of tricks about this. When you're using water to get the clearest ice cubes possible, I like to use a distilled water, which is demineralized, or you can use filtered tap water and boil it in a tea kettle or in a pot on the stove and let it cool down all the way. Or if you want to get crazy like sometimes I do, I take the distilled water and I boil that as well, and then I let that cool all the way down. I put the cool water in a pitcher or a measuring cup here that has a little bit of a pour spout on it or a lip to make your life a little bit easier. And what you're going to want to do is fill the ice cube tray about 3/4 of the way full to maybe a half. And you can do a little balancing act here to make sure that you've got plenty of water in it, but not too much, because we're gonna top it off a little bit later. The flowers will stabilize in the water as it freezes into the first phase of the ice cube. So if you're gonna do these, you need a little bit of the gift of time. Pick the prettiest flowers that you like. You can also pair your types of edible flowers with a palette. Say you're making a signature cocktail. Roses are smooth and floral, while something like a chrysanthemum has a nice bite. So think about what kind of flowers you're using for the most dramatic effect so that when you drink it, it will pair nicely with your water, your lemonade, your cocktails, whatever spirits you want. Maybe you want to throw a couple into some champagne punch. Make it fun. I've got a beautiful selection of flowers and I'm just pushing them down a little bit so that the water is fully submersing them. And you know, I have some extra, so I might, with the smaller flowers, I might add a couple extra. Look how pretty. I mean, my goodness. We eat with our eyes, don't we? In these go into the freezer. You see how the water set them so they're staying put and they don't go afloat and awry. You want to have that blossom presented in the top. And so I just put a little extra of the cooled off distilled boiled water to fill it up, and that's going to make sure that now your blossom is in the center of the ice cube. Then they go back into the freezer for 12 to 24 hours, as long as you want. Once they're done, you can take them out of their trays and put them in zipper bags in your freezer, and they keep for at least another couple of weeks. I made some wonderful ice cubes with beautiful blossoms in the center with one of these wonderful globe ice cube trays that you can find online or in specialty markets. They are so much fun and they pop right out. And when you're making cocktails, you only need one of the globes per person. You can use them again and again and again. I wanted to share a tip with using these lovely dome-like globe ice cube trays. I always like to put them on a tray that's going to capture the water so it's less mess to clean up. And they come with a funnel that makes your life a little bit easier when you're actually using these. So what you would do is you fill it with water, you plop in your lovely edible flowers, and then you top it off with a little more water, close it, stick the funnel in, and continue filling the rest of it up with your water. Couldn't be easier. Snap it closed, put it back in your freezer. These take a little bit longer, so if you're going to use this style, I would recommend doing them 2 days in advance, so you have a full 24 hours for them to sit. These, I did not use boiled distilled water. This was just boiled tap water. But look how beautiful the ice looks. It makes this magical, ethereal, really pretty look inside of your cocktail drink. You can see the difference in the ice clarity with the boiled distilled water. It's a lot clearer, but how beautiful. And they pop right out. And now you have a beautiful party ready presentation for your guests to enjoy. Now that you have these gorgeous, festive, and romantic ice globes, want to know what else to do with them? I have a great idea. Take a look at my next video where I'll show you what to do with them. And don't forget to like and subscribe.